Welcome to our channel, A Person Life Cycle. In a world where people often measure success through money, career, status, and possessions, an ancient Japanese idea asks a different question. What makes your life worth living? This idea is called Ikigai, Sunkigai. Ikigai is commonly translated as a reason for living, purpose in life, or something that gives life meaning and value. However, there is no single perfect English translation, and Japanese research treats Ikigai as a broader concept than simply finding a dream career. The Japanese government describes Ikigai broadly as something that brings value and joy to life, which can include people, relationships, work, hobbies, and everyday activities. Chapter 1. What does Ikigai mean? The word Ikigai combines ideas related to life and value/reason. In everyday use, it can refer to something that makes life feel worthwhile. Your Ikigai does not necessarily have to be a huge ambition. It could be raising your children, helping other people, creating art, growing a garden, learning something new, doing meaningful work, taking care of family, contributing to your community, pursuing a personal passion. This is important because Ikigai is not necessarily about becoming rich or famous. It is about having something that gives you a reason to get up and participate in life. Chapter 2. Ikigai is more than a career. One of the biggest misunderstandings about Ikigai comes from the popular four-circle diagram. What you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, what you can be paid for. The intersection is often presented as your Ikigai. However, this diagram did not originate from traditional Japanese Ikigai research. Academic research has specifically noted that the four-circle model is a later Western representation of purpose rather than the original Japanese concept. This distinction is important. Your Ikigai might be your job, but it doesn't have to be. A person could have a stressful job that pays the bills while finding their Ikigai through family, friendship, volunteering, creativity, or another meaningful activity. Chapter 3. Ikigai and Meaning. Japanese researcher Mieko Kamiya played an important role in modern discussions of Ikigai through her 1966 book on the meaning of life. Her approach examined Ikigai as a deeply human question. Why am I alive? What makes my existence meaningful? What gives me a reason to continue moving forward? Recent scholarship examining Kamiya's work emphasizes that she understood Ikigai as connected to the broader human experience of meaning in life, rather than simply as a uniquely Japanese formula for career success. This makes Ikigai a philosophical question as much as a lifestyle concept. Chapter 4. The 5 Elements of Ikigai. Japanese research has identified several important elements associated with Ikigai. A 2006 study found central themes including meaning of life, meaning of existence, goals and dreams, sense of fulfillment, commitment, affirmation of life. Notice something interesting. Ikigai is not simply about feeling happy. It is also about having something meaningful enough to care about and commit yourself to. Chapter 5. Ikigai and Small Things. Another powerful lesson is that Ikigai does not have to be dramatic. A person might find meaning in something as simple as making breakfast for the family, taking care of a garden, teaching a child, practicing a craft, meeting friends every morning, improving one small skill each day. The Japanese government's discussion of Ikigai similarly describes it as something that can come from both people and activities, rather than only from major achievements. This gives Ikigai a different perspective from modern ideas of success. You don't necessarily need a bigger life. You may need a more meaningful relationship with the life you already have. Chapter 6. Ikigai and Aging. Ikigai has attracted considerable interest from researchers studying aging and well-being. A recent review of research from 2015 to 2024 found that studies of Ikigai have examined its relationship with physical and mental capabilities, social participation, well-being, and aspects of healthy aging. Longitudinal research involving older Japanese adults has also found associations between having Ikigai and several positive outcomes, including lower risks of functional disability and dementia, as well as better psychological and social outcomes. These findings are associations, not proof that Ikigai itself directly causes those health outcomes. This suggests an important idea. People may need a reason to live, not only a way to survive. Chapter 7. Ikigai and the Modern World. Modern life can create a strange contradiction. We have more technology, more entertainment, more information, more career choices, more material possibilities. Yet many people still ask, what am I doing with my life? Ikigai provides a framework for thinking about that question. Instead of asking only, how can I make more money? We can also ask, what makes my life meaningful? Instead of, what job should I get? We can ask, what kind of contribution do I want to make? And instead of, what will make me successful? We can ask, what will make my life worth living? Chapter 8. How to discover your own Ikigai. You don't necessarily discover Ikigai in one moment. It can develop gradually through experience. Start by asking yourself, 1. What makes me feel alive? What activities make you lose track of time? 2. What do I genuinely care about? What problems, people, or ideas matter to you? 3. What am I willing to work hard for? Passion is easy when something is enjoyable. Ikigai becomes deeper when you are willing to continue even when something becomes difficult. 4. Who benefits from what I do? Meaning often becomes stronger when our actions affect other people positively. 5. What gives me a reason to get up tomorrow? This may be a person, responsibility, goal, passion, or simple daily activity. Chapter 9. Ikigai is not about constant happiness. One of the most important lessons is that a meaningful life is not necessarily a comfortable life. Your Ikigai may involve responsibility. It may involve sacrifice. It may involve failure. It may require patience. It may even involve difficult periods of life. The goal isn't to eliminate every negative emotion. Instead, Ikigai can provide a reason to keep moving forward despite difficulty. That is why purpose can be deeper than temporary happiness. Chapter 10. The Deeper Philosophy of Ikigai. Perhaps the greatest lesson of Ikigai is this. A meaningful life does not have to be extraordinary. You don't have to change the world. You don't have to become famous. You don't have to become wealthy. You don't have to discover one perfect career. Sometimes meaning comes from doing ordinary things with extraordinary care. A parent raising a child can have Ikigai. A teacher helping students can have Ikigai. An artist creating something beautiful can have Ikigai. A farmer caring for the land can have Ikigai. A friend supporting another friend can have Ikigai. And someone quietly improving themselves every day can have Ikigai. Conclusion. What is your Ikigai? Perhaps the most important question is not, what is my purpose? But, what makes my life worth living? Ikigai reminds us that purpose can be found in relationships, responsibility, contribution, growth, passion, and everyday life. And perhaps we don't find our Ikigai by searching for one perfect answer. Perhaps we discover it by living, experimenting, helping, learning, and paying attention to what gives our existence meaning. Because in the end, a successful life isn't necessarily the life with the most money or achievements. It may be the life where, when you wake up each morning, you have a reason to say, there is something worth living for today. That is the deeper philosophy of Ikigai. Thank you for watching. If you found this video about Ikigai and the philosophy of a meaningful life helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who is searching for purpose and meaning in life. Remember, your Ikigai may not be something extraordinary. Sometimes, meaning is found in the simple things we choose to care about every day. See you in the next video.